Hey everyone, FFET channel here. Today I'm going to talk about Victoria, one of the base 4-star units of the new batch. She is a black magic user. She has some interesting abilities, but especially her Firaja spell is very useful, especially with her ability Magical Awakening. So how does that work? Let's check it out. This is Victoria. Her base stats. In the magic, Victoria has Biora, Firaja, Graviga, Firaja. This is a magic that does 200% fire damage to all the enemies, and with each consecutive use, it increases the damage in 100% with a max use of 5 times. That means in the 6th use, Firaja does 700% fire damage to all the enemies. The good thing is that Firaja can be dual cast, meaning each turn in the 6th turn and more, you can do 2 times 700% fire magical damage to all the enemies. Really nice. Also we have Meteor, Dark, Darkra and Darga. This is another unit that has dark magic. Very nice. And in the special abilities we have Magic and MP 30%, Dual Black Magic, Magic Awakening. This is an ability that the next turn, the next action will have 200% magic bonus in Victoria. So you charge Firaja and the next Firaja next turn with Magical Awakening will do, well, a lot of damage. Overflow. This is an ability that does 220% dark magical damage to all the enemies, and with each consecutive use that magic will do 120% more damage with a maximum use of 7 times. So meaning in the 8th turn this magic will do 1060% dark magical damage to all the enemies. Time Crash. This is a skill that inflicts stop with 30% chance to all the enemies for 3 turns. This skill is useful for arena, but it can be dual cast or dual wield, so you only have 1 chance per turn to cast it. Farewell to Wisdom. This is a skill that decreases the magic and spirit of all the enemies in 40% for 3 turns. The same thing about Time Crash. Undying Beauty. This is a passive skill that increases the MP of Victoria each turn. This is basically auto refresh. And Seductive Witch. This is another passive skill that increases the magic of Victoria if you equip a hat or a robe in 20% for each item. Well, Victoria has most overall magic except for Overflow, Farewell to Wisdom and Time Crash. So let's see those skills in the battlefield right now. Okay, I'm going to show that Victoria is full pot in magic, and with Ramus Pair, Wizard Rod, Creepy Mask, Siren's Robe, 2 Roller's Ring, Encore, 2 Magic 15% and Destroyer's Authority. My Victoria has 4200 HP and 652 MP. Alright. Now let's see how much damage we can get with Firaja. Okay, now the maximum is now. Okay. So if I use Magical Awakening this turn, now Victoria has the same magic. If I use Firaja, the Firaja chain will broke. No, it doesn't broke. So I can use Magical Awakening in the maximum level of Firaja, and the chain of Firaja will remain. That's why this combo is very good. Okay, now let's try Overflow to see how is that skill. Well, it's really beautiful animation, but the hits are really slow. I don't think that has any chain potential. And the bad thing about Overflow is that you can't dual cast it, so you can only cast one per turn. So it's really slow to build that damage. In the same 5 turns I only do 200k damage. I did 800k damage with Firaja. Alright, I'm going to use DMs now. I have 2 Draco Spike, Creepy Mask, Rainbow Robe, Magical Crest, Genki Globe, and 4 Magic 30%. Let's try again Firaja. Okay, now let's do Magical Awakening. And dual cast Firaja again. Okay, 1.2 million damage. Now let's see how much damage does Overflow. Obviously, if you have 2 Victorias, that damage will increase drastically, but the damage alone with only 1 Victoria is nothing compared with Firaja in speed and in increment of that damage. 450k versus 1.2 million damage is much different. Well, finally, for my tests, I'm going to dual cast Firaja one more time. Another time. And one more time for the maximum level. So let's see, I need to break the enemy stats with Farewell to Wisdom. Does the Firaja chain break? Let's see. No, it doesn't. In the pros and cons of Victoria we have, in the pros, high magic. Victoria has very nice innate magic, reaching high numbers even without TMs. Powerful fire damage. Firaja is a very powerful fire magic that can even be dual cast, and with that you can reach high numbers of fire damage with health and without health. Auto refresh. Victoria has auto refresh, very good for a base 4-star unit, and with that you have to worry a little less about the MP department. Can break stats. Victoria has Farewell to Wisdom that can break magic and spirit to the enemies. That is just fine because you can with that deal more damage with Firaja, and the best part is that Farewell to Wisdom doesn't break the Firaja chain. In the cons we have low HP. Victoria, like any other mage user, has low HP, and that can be a problem if you don't equip a secure amount of equipment or materials HP. Overflow is slow to build. Overflow can do a big amount of dark damage, but sadly that can be dual cast, so you can only cast one at a time. And with that, in the 8th turn you do the maximum damage, and that can be just too late for doing the damage you want in the fight. Time Crash can be dual cast or dual wield. Time Crash is just good for arena because that's the only way you have to stop the fucking meta right now that is 100% evasion. The problem is you can only cast one at a time, and 30% chance is a little slow for only casting one time. It would be good that Time Crash could be dual cast or dual wield, but you can't do that, and only you have one chance to cast it per turn. Victoria is a nice magic user. It's better than Cyrus. Well, Cyrus has also powerful magic. Blood Pulsar is good, but is not as powerful as Firaja. But Blood Pulsar is non-elemental magic. Firaja is fire element magic. So in fights that you need non-elemental magic, Blood Pulsar is better than Firaja. But Victoria has the advantage that he has Magical Awakening, and with that Firaja does insane amount of damage. You can see my Grand Seraph trial right now that how Victoria does immense amount of damage to the Seraph Ultima. I think Victoria is the better mage right now if we don't count the base 5-star mage like Transterra or Dark Fina or Playmate Fina. Victoria is a nice unit. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, please subscribe and see you later.